Hello, we're back again. Another room on TryHackMe. It's called Ignite. It's an room, a new startup has a few issues with the web server. Yeah, that's it. And we're getting the task of, well, I kind of solved it, but I noticed I didn't have a video about it, but the text is rooted. So we need to find the user flag to prove that we got initial foothold, and we're gonna need to find the root flag in order to prove that we got the root access privilege on the server. So we have an IP address. Let's take the IP address, open the document, just like that, zoom in a bit and paste it in. So let's go ahead and just do the normal and casual reconnaissance. Let's paste in the IP address in the browser. And we do see that there is a web page getting, when it comes to Fuel CMS, we have that version. So I'm pretty sure we're already going to do some exploit research for that CMS system, but we're gonna go ahead and keep watching. This is a standard installation, looks like it. Node, do this and that, install the database, make folders writable, make config changes, that's it. And yeah, we don't really know how much of this is installed or what. I have no idea. So full admin, go to admin, so we have access to the admin panel, it would seem. So admin, we are giving those credentials, and I'll change my password later. Alright, so we still haven't run any scans or anything. We just, go straight ahead and enumerate the website because it's pretty promising. So let's go ahead and check out dashboard. Nothing there. Logged in as admin. What is that? Fields. Okay. Now there's a slight chance these kind of semesters. Okay, I'm gonna bring back. I'm gonna bring into you a way of thinking, the way that I see it, look at things. This looks like something that is old or new or 90s or early 2000s lookalike web page. So my initial thoughts is that this is developed by someone that do not know too much about design and do not know much about programming either, because it kind of go hand in hand when you design something on the way you program. Because if you design stuff like this, there's a slight chance you're gonna see stuff like faulty uploads, gonna do malicious uploads functions. You have command injection, probably you got like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, all the things you could think about. So let's go ahead and check out what's going on in the pages. We can upload a file, or we can just basically, I kind of expect this to be PHP. Let me just search for that. Fuel, I probably could have seen that in the first page. So let me just scroll down a bit. Yeah, it does say PHP. So now we know that it's a PHP site. So I would probably go ahead and try to upload, any PHP file. Do we have anything here? Just write PHP. No, we do not. I need to generate a PHP file. We don't have one. PHP. We have one there. We can just take the shell, for example, and upload it and see what it says. If there's an error uploading your file, picture my server is set up to upload files of the size and folders are writable. So there might be some issues with this upload that require the config to be set. I have no idea. We could also just try something different, like a text file, and if this doesn't work, okay. The file type you attempt to upload is not allowed, so text file is not allowed. It's very interesting. But PHP file was. That's very interesting too. Just take PHP 5 for example and say upload that. And it does say the file type is not allowed. What we could try just to just test a few of them, because I do have a few of them here. PHTML also, and it does also say this is not allowed. So it does seem that the owner, creators got some sort of file upload validation. We can also upload stuff right here. So we can try one more time to take a PHP file, and it looks like it's the same function. I'm gonna skip trying more. Also upload stuff here, it's very interesting. So we can go ahead and try to upload, just a text file. And uncaught exception. Not really sure what this is for in my case. I'm gonna leave this for now. Assets, one more time. We can upload stuff. We could probably just go ahead and try whatever you're gonna try. I just basically just you cannot select the PHP file because you've got some JavaScript validation there going on, which means that we could go ahead and direct it through burp and nullify that, but I'm gonna try some other file now. Let's see, can I find it? There we go. You cannot select a null file. Very interesting. So, okay, there is something going on there. Inside variables, this could also be rabbit hole. Users, admin, edit the admin, and that's, we don't need to do that. Permissions, yes, so, well, there's a chance that these permissions could be changed. Let's go to settings. There are no settings for any advanced modules. Activity log. Okay. Page cache. Clear cache. No. Permissions. Can I create a permission? To do what? Add. What can I add? Okay, so it's kind of faulty in a way. I don't know about this, but we could go ahead and say this website might got something we can do. So let's go ahead and do that and exploit. And it was an extended. Yeah, I've been on this link before because I know I solved this room, but I could not remember I did this. So, but there's a slight chance that we're gonna see stuff that I've seen before. I'm sorry for that. It was just a notepad on the other side. So let's go ahead and check this out. So Fuel CMS 1.4.1. Now you might say that, but it said only 1.4, and we don't know exactly what version this is. We could probably find it somewhere if you wanted to, but I'm gonna go ahead and look at this and say, what is this? This is a remote code execution. It's one of the worst things we can find, best for us, I guess. And what it really does is it enables us to do some sort of command injection in between all the whatever things these represent. I don't know what that is, but it's URL encoded. And you can see the path, fuel pages select, filter. So there's something with the filter. Basically means that we can, take all this code right here, just copy paste it, and go to any page. Open Metasploit, great, and just clear that. And I'm gonna go ahead and say make the ignite and cd ignite. I'm gonna touch a file. I'm just gonna call exploit.py because I don't know, it sounds cool. I'm gonna paste that stuff in. If I can paste, I cannot paste. It's because it's very difficult to paste, it would seem. One more time, copy, and then pasting. Okay. I'm extremely bad at copy pasting today. Let's return one more time. Copy. Paste selection. Oh, there we go. And this looks like Python. Just see one more time. Look for print statements, Python 3. Also in the top. Let's go ahead and do Python 3 and do the exploit script. And the usage is dash and then URL, so HTTP. And we just read the script, so we don't only need to supply the IP address. And you might say, how do you know that? Well, we read the script, right? Let me show it before I execute the script. So we went to the exploit DB, and I kind of here said this is a URL. So I can see it says main URL is URL plus, you concatenate this, and then the actual path. So I can see this is working. What we could also do is just, proof of concept. We could try to take all this right there, copy paste it. Does it say authenticated somewhere? It doesn't say that, so it would seem we do not need to be authenticated. So let's assume that's not needed. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and say, there we go. And we need to, of course, put some command in. And let's say not that command in quotes, but just inside of this. I don't know, we're gonna need to remove the close. Let's do ls. Not really sure if we got, yeah, it would seem it actually got it, because when we look it down here below, inside the HTML, we can see that it does actually do the ls command, for we have robots.txt file. What I could try just to even more, do attack LA, and right click one time, and then we should see file permissions, and that should really clarify that we do have access. It's gonna be, oh, it's got a lot of error encountered and this and that, and wow. Yeah. So maybe it would work better through the script. That is worth trying. So anyways, we kind of got the first one to go, so let's go ahead and do execute it. Enter command ls, and we saw the same thing as we did before. We see the robots and index and fuel and all these kind of things. So this is a script running the commands. It's basically just a loop, looping through all of that. We have a loop right here while through. So while this command is running, and basically if I write exit, we're gonna go out, then it's gonna keep sending commands to this URL, and we're gonna do command execution. What we're gonna do now is basically do a reverse shell, because I think it's gonna be easier for us to navigate through the system if we have some sort of reverse shell. So let's go ahead and check out if we have something reverse shell in my cheat sheet. It's just gonna go ahead and find one. Not gonna be too difficult, anything. Let me see. Do we have something or not? Else I'm just gonna take any. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go say to the bash reverse shell. Let me get something on Pentest Monkey. That's gonna be fine. And we could basically just take that one, it would seem. We could probably just take that one and put it inside a document. Always just take in a document. And now we're gonna change the port and the IP. So port 5000 is a good one, and the port, you could, in most occasions, you can go to TryHackMe in the top here and just copy paste your IP address. If you cannot see it, then go ahead and type IP-A in the console, and you're gonna get it from there. So let's put the IP address in like that, and hocus pocus, there you go. So I'm gonna take that line here. Before you do that, you will go ahead and open a new tab, just like that, and say like, hey, an NC blah 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 and 5000. I'm gonna open up a listener ready for the connection, going to the other window, pasting that in, and it would hang now. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. It just says system. Okay, so that would basically mean that we need to do something else than this. So let's just go ahead and check out what other commands we can try. Never give up on the first try. There's the other ways. We can also go ahead and verify, do we have Python? So type which Python. We do have Python installed, and what you could do then is basically execute a Python reverse shell. So let's go do that. Copy paste it. And take the IP as the same as before, and the port 5000, just like that. I'm going to take the Python script now, and this time I'm going to hope it works. We have the listener on port 5000, just like before. I'm going to paste the stuff in, I press enter, and it doesn't give us a reverse shell back one more time. So there is something going on. What we could try is just take all this, and okay, I have no control. So what we could try now is say it's installed this path. So let's go ahead and take the path right there and direct it so we do call Python from the actual path instead of directly just from a without the actual path. So let's do that. And one more time, just have IDs to see nothing triggered, so it wouldn't probably seem like that we do not have any particular, we could probably find some way of uploading something to give us a shell. And another way of doing it is obviously just to, to PVD, and so you're gonna be in the HTML area, so that's gonna be your root. So what you could do now is run the wget command, which is possible for us, and just host our own reverse shell. Probably going to be easier, I would say. So let's go ahead and do that, because this is going to be too much of a hassle. We have a reverse shell, I guess. There. Shell.php is just another PHP shell. We can download that. So let's go ahead and pick port 5000. And one more time, let's put in the IP address of the machine we are connected to through TryHackMe. That is my IP address. And I'm going to show you where I can find the reverse shell just in a second. Let me just paste this in. And what you're going to do now is just basically go out of that, thank you, and say Python, blah, 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 start a web server. So now that I host my own web server on my machine, I can download that file to the server. Now the reverse shell I found is you can basically just go to Google and type PHP reverse shell, hocus pocus, and take the GitHub one. It's going to be easier for you, and then pick the one PHP file, and just go raw. That's going to enable you to take all of this URL, copy paste that, and just go to any browser, terminal, and remember where you stand, and to wget and press enter, and you're going to download the reverse shell to your machine, and you have it. That's the way to do it. So now we're going to go ahead and type wget and http. And I think the IP address is not saved in my clip bar, so let's take the IP address of my own machine, because I'm hosting my own web server, as you remember just before. And it's going to be on port 9000, so let's type 9000. And the one I need is shell.php. There we go. And ls, check if it's there. And I don't know why it does that. It seems something funky is going on with the. I expect this is a code thing. The script is running in while true so it probably executed more than once. Anyways, doesn't really matter. So what we're gonna do now is go to the right there, shell PHP, and just access directly from the root. Press enter, and it does say failed to demonize. Quite common, not fatal, connection refused. Let's go and check out the. Oh yeah. We closed the. Sorry for that. We closed the Netcat listener to download the file, upload the file. Let's just refresh this page, and you see now it's hanging because we got a shell. So okay, so we did it. We got a shell now. So let's go check out. Where's the first flag? I don't know. Let's go to home, and let's go to data, and there we have it. So we can cut out the very first flag basically and say home run, home done. Now we need to privilege escalate ourselves to root, and I don't know how to do that. So let's go ahead and check out. The very first thing is to get a. Let's just do check ALL. Is there any no SSH keys? Okay, so let's go ahead and check out if there's any SUID files we can exploit. So we're gonna find that script to look for SUID file. Now a file with the SUID bit set basically enables us to execute that file with the same permissions as the owner of the file. So that's gonna be the command right there for us. So if the owner of the file is set to root, for example, and the S is represented in the file permissions, gonna be set around here on files, well, then you can execute that file with the same permissions as root, and that is good because then there's good chance we can you know, privilege escalate ourselves to root. Let's try that. So I'm gonna go ahead and search for those kind of files in the system. I'm gonna wait a bit and see what pops up. All right, so we're getting some response back, and I had to pause the video because it just took forever. From the list here, I look at it and say, it doesn't look like something for us to misuse any of these commands right there. So I suspect we're gonna need to go a step back, you know, and maybe look at that CMS system, because I think that's gonna be a good idea. I don't know why, I just have a certain hunch for that. So we have all these files. We also have a fuel directory. I guess that is a directory, looks like it. And then we have something called, let me just see if I can, yeah, so we got stuff like the install folder and data backup, application and scripts and stuff like that. Not really sure where we're gonna check out and look. Anyways, we could go ahead and see what's inside the install. I don't think that's very interesting. No, it's not interesting. We can also go ahead and check out the data backup. We can do that, of course. Also not interesting. What about scripts? Is that just, you know, JavaScript and stuff like that? It's empty. Okay, great. htaccess are gonna be fine for now. We're gonna go check application. What? Oh, there we go. We got something like config, you know, triggered my vision. Whoa. And we got config.php. And then you can go ahead and check out, you know, the config.php file. And scroll on the top here. It's gonna be a long one, I guess. And this is the same thing you're gonna do when you have a WordPress installation. You know, check the config files and see what you're gonna get from the config files, because sometimes they store critical username information and stuff like that in them. I don't know what's in this. I don't remember the system. Charset and prefix stuff, borrowing stuff, composer this and that. Who cares about that? You know, no one. Also, we got some log threshold, log path. I'm getting dizzy for all the scrolling. I want username. Encryption key, session key, driver, blah blah blah. What is all this? It doesn't matter. Go on. Also, not interesting for me now. We got access. Crossover curse forgery, great, but don't care about that. And we continue, and it doesn't seem like there's anything interesting in this particular file right there. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and just say ls one more time. And also got something called database PHP. Yes, I think that's going to be the next one. So let's check that out. Let's go to the top. How much? Where was it? There we go. So, okay, activity, connections, yawning, borrowing, more. Whoop. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so we have a username root and me, which basically means that I'm gonna go ahead and type su root and must be from a terminal. Let's go ahead and create this terminal. Let's upgrade our shell with Python. So let's take the Python script right there. No, copy. And must be a terminal. Paste it in. I say paste it in. Paste clipboard. There we go. Su root must be from a terminal. It doesn't trigger that. Wait, is it just Python or one? Python. Okay. let's take that, what if we just try that command instead? Isn't that better? Let's see if we can trigger a shell that's a bit better for us. Okay, let's do the original one and just copy paste that and remove the number 3, go back, paste it in, and I cannot get a Python shell. Okay, export equal x term, and then give me my shell now. Okay, let's go out of that, clear the screen, let's redo the shell. We have a redone, and just do the original, Python upgrade without doing anything. That should definitely work. Else I'm not that happy today. It does not work. What did I do wrong? What did my trusty commands on the other side of my screen tell me to do that I forgot about? Well, very interesting. Maybe just like bin bash. Am I totally locked? We can also just try another way of getting a shell is using the I'll wrap and then do nc nvlp 5000. Basically gonna wrap our shell in a wrapper that's gonna enable us to get a shell easier in a way. And let me just get that out of the door, and let's just try that pretty fast. And connection refused because I wrote 50,000. I'm so stupid. There we go. And then let's one more time. Bin bash. No. It just doesn't want to do anything. Bin sh su root must run from a terminal. Okay, so let's do one more time. There we go. It's gonna be stupid. Su root. No. Okay. Let's try a different command. This one. There we go. Let Python spawn the shell tree. Let me put in this in my cheat sheet. Okay, so now we're gonna do su root me, and we are root. Great. And then cat out root.flag. That's the machine. Pretty boring way to get root because we just got the root password from a config file, but that's the way it is, And I kind of feel that, I kind of thought about, should I remove the oh no, what did I do? I did some errors and stuff. Or should I just keep it? I decided to keep it because it makes the video a bit more lively. I just have to pause the video for a second while I look at my other screen. I have another cheat sheet there, but basically just go ahead and use whatever cheat sheet you need in order to not remember all the commands because it's going to be time costly. Alright, so definitely check out my shop, with clothes. I have it in the description below. And if you want some swag stuff, go check it out. It's in development. I'm going to create more, but definitely if you want to go and support me, go ahead and buy some swag clothes. You can also go and support me other ways, but I prefer you do it if you want to do it, and if you want some swag clothes, that's going to be the way to do it. Alright, so also consider if you want to subscribe to my channel. It's going to be great for me because it's going to help me also earn a little extra buck for the very, very short amount of money from the commercials. I am starting to get a little bit out of my channel, which enabled me to buy maybe soon a new mic. So it took some years, but hey, everything is possible and plausible as long as you're just consistent and keep on going. So I was going to say thank you for watching my video. See you again online. Have any comments, just leave below and get back to them as fast as possible. Have a really nice day and keep hacking.